Nowadays, so much is uncertain. As a nation, we're facing difficult times. Loved ones are hurting. So on this field, in this moment, these young warriors are working for you. Listen close and you can hear their hearts chant, "We play for you." Alabama and Georgia are here for a fight. Two teams with one goal in sight, one vision. Two powerhouses with the same mission. A dream shared by both Mac Jones and Stetson Bennett. Unbeaten and unblemished. It's a must. You start how you want to finish. A championship during these times would be tremendous, but here we go. Before we get too far down the road, the goal is to win the night, to fight for King Nick and the Smart Knight. It's the Bulldogs and the Crimson Tide, an unstoppable offense versus a dominant defense, battling under Tuscaloosa sky. Charged with SEC pride and the fact that they're playing for you, putting it all on the line for you. So wherever you are, listen close, hear their hearts chant. It's Bama and UGA here on CBS. Yes.
He is gone. Touchdown. You got to be ready for it, but how do you stop it? He's going to go deep, and I mean deep. Touchdown! Well, this is how legends are made.
Are you ready? Good evening once again, everybody. Coming up at the top of the hour, the highly anticipated Top 5 showdown between the Nick Saban coach, second-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, and the third-ranked Georgia Bulldogs, led by former Saban defensive coordinator Kirby Smart. Their two previous meetings were nail-biters on the biggest of stages. I'm Adam Zucker, and welcome to State Farm College Football Today. Joining me to tee up this potential game of the century here, game of the week for sure, Rick Neuheisel and Brian Jones.
Major drama of the week. You know, if you want a football education, Nick Saban will take you to school, and Kirby Smart, of course, has gone to that school, longtime assistant for Coach Saban. He knows everything there is in this arsenal of Nick Saban. Now can he use it to his advantage?
This is the stage of something's got to give. Yeah. We know we have the potent offense of Alabama putting up monster numbers. We know we have the stingiest of defenses wearing the silver britches tonight. Something's got to give. And every kid on these two teams came to the school that they're at for this kind of environment.
A game like this, and it's Kirby Smart's first time back in Tuscaloosa since leaving for Georgia.
The serenity of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, belies the tumultuous season that is college football 2020. But if there's one constant when Georgia meets Alabama, it's the enduring memories we're left with that have become part of college football lore. Your 2018 SEC champions come from Tuscaloosa. So tonight they meet again. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Georgia. A reality check in the midst of the most surreal of seasons. Touchdown, George Pickens. Stokes, he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown. Oh, wow. Touchdown. Stetson Bennett. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown. Touchdown, Alabama. Better buckle up. It's not easy playing in Tuscaloosa. And with that, we bring you the Home Depot SEC on CBS under the lights in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And our matchup, the game of the year so far, number 3 Georgia against the second-ranked Tide of Alabama. Grandetti Stadium, you don't want to go to battle without your top general. And a 5-star general, make it a 6-star if you count the national championships. Nick Saban will be on the field tonight leading his team against another former assistant in Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner is Gary Danielson. I know that you are chomping at the bit to talk ball, but you have to wait a minute, because the biggest story this week has been involving the biggest name in college football, Nick Saban. And a person that spent more time with him than anybody in the last 24 hours is Jamie Erdahl.
I was recently having a conversation with a member of Nick Saban's coaching staff. I asked this person to best describe the head coach. He said Nick Saban can handle good news. He can handle bad news, but he doesn't like to handle surprises. Well, that's exactly what Wednesday afternoon brought when Nick Saban tested positive for COVID-19. The head coach was immediately sent home to self-isolate, but continued to run practices and meetings from the remote location. Alabama, in accordance with the SEC guidelines, secured 3 negative tests, all 24 hours apart. The final one coming this afternoon. I spoke with Nick Saban since he's arrived at the stadium. I said, Coach, did you have that good feeling in your stomach when you got back around your guys? He said, honestly, I really didn't. It was not a good feeling to not be around my players. Pretty honest moment from a coach who almost missed his first game ever in his 40-plus years of coaching.
The 70th meeting between Alabama and Georgia. Here comes the Bulldogs. And now the home team, the second-ranked Tide of Alabama. Biggest game of the year so far, about to kick off in Tuscaloosa. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Jersey Mike's Subs, Nissan, State Farm, and by Modelo. Well, we'd love to have 100,000 people here. That's not the case. But a 20% crowd on hand under the lights at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It is Saturday night's 70th meeting, and Alabama's won the last 5. Georgia, ironically enough, has won the last 2 here, the last time in 2007. Perfect night for football in Tuscaloosa.